So basically, Kanye West made a documentary to tell us that he needs supervision. Yeah, he needs supervision and medication, and at times a timeout because this man threw like 37 temper tantrums throughout the course of this documentary. I mean, it was so bad that I almost took my belt off to whoop his ass. I mean, are we watching a so called genius or are we watching a toddler who hasn't had their nap for the day? This man was literally jumping up and down and stomping his feet. What is that? Why would he show that? Like, are you not embarrassed, Kanye? Are you not embarrassed? And then on top of that, he's basically making the Kardashian Jenners look like they're saints, which we all know they're not. But he's basically making them look like saints because they were able to deal with and put up with his shenanigans for all these years. I mean, I didn't even watch the whole documentary. I just watched clips that I saw online, and it had me saying, me saying, poor Kim. I can't stand Kim.
Too much media.
Welcome to Too Much Media.
Tune in
Too much
to
media.
Too much
Have fun.
Too much media.
Okay, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh, let me see if this is even... Okay, we're good. My mic is catching because I'm by a roadside, so I just wanted to make sure you guys could hear me okay. But anyway, if you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you guys interact with the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Do something, child. Do something. Let YouTube know we in here. If you're returning, shout out to you. You know, I fuck with you. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the new Kanye documentary and everything we've kind of been finding out from understanding what it's like to live with an extreme narcissist, because it's insane. Like watching like one of the greatest artists of the last, 2 decades turn out to be this much of a criminal to deal with. This is a crime. This is a crime dealing with Kanye. Like, what in the world is wrong with this man? This man is over here stomping. Like, I've literally worked with kids. Like, when I'm telling you, I haven't even seen a kid throw a tantrum like Kanye has been stomping his feet. It does matter. It does matter. Nigga, we don't care. Shut up. Sit your ass down. Like, we do care, but it's kind of like not to the point where you're about to sit here and be acting like North insane. And this, you know what, watching him do this takes me back to, I don't know if you guys remember, there was this episode on Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Kim was saying that she was dealing with Kanye and he's really hard to deal with because, for example, one day Saint needed a Band-Aid and she went and got Saint these special Band-Aids with cartoons on them or something like that. And then Kanye wanted a Band-Aid. And when she brought him a Band-Aid, like a regular adult fucking Band-Aid, he talking about but this Band-Aid doesn't match my skin color. I need Band-Aids that match my skin. This is the type of Band-Aid I want. I want this, I want that. And then she was like, well, Kanye, just put the Band-Aid on. It's really not that deep. And then and then he started comparing himself to Saint. She was like, oh, but if it was Saint, I'm like, boy, if you don't get your grown ass man self up, who the hell cares what color the Band-Aid is? Nigga, you better spit on it and keep it pushing. What the fuck? What? We've lost the recipes. Where are the men? What's going on? Kanye over here comparing himself to Saint and having a tantrum about Band-Aids. And now that I'm seeing what his tantrums are like, I'm like, oh my God, was he screaming and shouting and rolling on the floor about the Band-Aid too? Like, you don't care about me. Oh my God, my life is so hard. Kim won't get me a Band-Aid. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I think back to that and I'm now watching him scream and shout, it does matter, it does matter. And I'm like, oh my God, was this everything? Like, he screamed about Band-Aids.
Last night I was just like not in like the best mood. I was just like tired. I got home and I was like, hey. And then I was like on my computer and then he was like, babe, will you get off your computer? Like, I want to talk. Like, let's hang out. And I was like, hey, will you give me 10 minutes? I'm on a deadline. And I really was like, I have to get this done. And then Saint's like, mommy, let's go take a bath. I go, okay. And I shut the computer and he's like, you're going to go take a bath with him and then but I asked to hang out and talk and you wouldn't. And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And then we had to fight because I wouldn't get him a Band-Aid. I said, did you look in the proper place? There's a Band-Aid here. He didn't like that one. So he wanted another one. So there was a Band-Aid there and I put it on him. He didn't like the color of the Band-Aid. And so we went upstairs in the kids' room and I go, oh look, North has Jesus Band-Aids. Put on a Jesus Band-Aid. And he was like, I've slaved around the world making clothes for you to make sure that you find the best outfit and you let me go out wearing a Jesus Band-Aid. Aww. He said I should have got a skin color Band-Aid. And I'm like, so I'm running around to find 3 different color Band-Aids when I have 3 kids to look after. When you have 3 kids, it's kind of a wild household. So I'm kind of annoyed because I wish he would understand also, like, I'm exhausted. Like, go get your own.
He's screaming about this, he's screaming about that. I'm like, oh my God. And then that's crazy because it's like, even Saint not over there screaming and shouting and rolling on the floor. And he's a little kid. And that's the thing. I'm like, somebody need to slap the shit out of him. That's what his real problem is. Kanye acting like this, and this is why black people started beating their kids. It's because some kids, like after a while, you need to slap them back into sense. Because if you don't make kids understand sometimes that the reasons that you're enforcing certain rules and regulations on them is for fear of danger, they never get it. You know what I'm trying to say? So sometimes your only way to make them understand that danger could arise if they don't listen is to make them understand that you're the danger. I'm the danger, nigga. I'll slap the shit out of you. You better stop. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, for example, with me, when I would be out with the kids, and if we're walking or something, and you know, a sidewalk is starting to end, and I tell them, hey, stop right there. Do not cross that line. I promise you, you know how kids try to test you sometimes. They'll just take their toe and like put it across the line just to show me that they're being defiant. When I tell you I would return home immediately, we are going home. We're leaving. It's done. You're done for. They'll be crying. They'll be, no, oh, it's not fair. No, I really need to. Blah, blah, blah. And I'll just be telling them, I'll be like, look at me. I'll be like, look at me. Today, your opportunity, gone. We're not going to no park. You should have listened the first time. Tomorrow, when we come to the line, you're going to stop. But for today, we're done. Like, I just want you to understand, there's nothing you could say. There's nothing you could do. We're not going to the park today because of that. And I know it would seem like small, and really, honestly, it's like a disciplinary thing where you can kind of talk to them right then, but you need to make them understand that there is danger in not listening to you, and everything will be gone. Everything will be lost. If one small thing, you don't listen to me in the one small wrong moment, I could take your whole life. Because to them, that's life. Like, kids, you take one thing away from them, bro, they act like their whole life is over. Like, oh my God. I remember one of them told me, he was 7, mind you, he was like, this is the worst day of my life. I was like, low-key, nigga, I believe you. It's only been 7 years. Like, nigga, it's much more to come. You better strap in. He's talking about, this is the worst day of my life. I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm like, I'm sorry, little nigga, but that's how this is going. Like, I don't know what to tell you, because like small shit like that, like, oh, we're not going to the park today. That's the worst day of their literal life. It's not been that long. Like, that's the worst. And I'm just like, yeah, sometimes you have to do that, like, where it's just like, but it was because I would need them to understand that, like, you, like, the risk, okay, let's say that day, all they did was put their toe across the line when I told them don't cross that line. Today, it's not a big deal. There's no car coming. Even that sidewalk probably wasn't even an area with cars. I'm just trying to, like, tell them, like, don't get too far. So I wanted them to stop right there, whatever. But then there could be a day where their life depends on them listening to me at the last possible second. Where it's like, I see something they don't see because I'm tall and they're little niggas. And I'm like, hey, stop right there. Because I see a car coming or a biker coming that could potentially hit them or something, right? And they're accustomed to disobeying me, just like the whole line situation. And then that day they don't listen. And then boom, they're injured. What am I going to say then? You can't, there's no going back to watching a kid get hurt in a too extreme way. You know what I'm trying to say? Of course they get hurt all the time where it's like, you know, they need a Band-Aid, for example. But like in extreme situations like a car or a bike or like, I don't know, a crazed animal or something like that where they're overly injured, how do you even look a parent in the eye and explain to them how it wasn't your fault? There is no it wasn't your fault when you're with somebody's kids. No one's trying to hear that. No one's trying to hear, oh my God, I can't believe this. Da, da, da. No, under every circumstances, you were supposed to see something coming and save the kid. So you have to go through a lot of preventative measures to ensure that even if something does happen, there's enough time for you to pivot and save the kid's life potentially, you know? You see something bad potentially gonna happen, you need to just cut it right there. Like if they're on the swing and they're standing or something like that and that's too dangerous, you immediately need to cut it. There's no like let them play long enough until it's like you catch them or you accidentally didn't catch them or da 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 da. No, you immediately see that coming in the head. We're like, potentially this could happen, so we're just not gonna do it, right? So that's would be my reason of like, we need to go home today so that the day that I need to save your life by telling you stop, I know in my head 100% when I say stop, you're gonna stop. There's no questioning, da da da. So this is what we have to do, you know? We have to do this right now so that later I don't have to be in a situation where I don't know whether or not you're gonna listen to me in a moment where I'm trying to save your life. And the kids obviously wouldn't understand that stuff like that, you know? But it's like you have to make them understand there's danger, which is why Kanye needs he needs his ass whooped. He needs his ass whooped. Somebody need to beat the shit out of Kanye and cuss him clean out. And that's why I feel like if Donda was around, people keep saying, oh, it's because his mom not here, it's because his mom not here. Only thing his mama would have done is slap the shit out of him. Somebody just slap him. Slap him back into reality. Because there's certain people he don't even play with like that. Like, I think back to that moment, like, Cameron was talking about how one day he went to go see Kanye at some sort of, like, studio warehouse thing that Kanye had going on. When he gets to the place, Kanye got all the lights turned off. Kanye got people doing all sort of weird shit and stuff like that. Cameron walk in, he look around, everybody's, like, quiet, sitting in the dark, and, like, Kanye's telling them what to do and stuff like that. Cameron look at Kanye. Like, the fuck you got going on, nigga? Kanye break character immediately. I'm like, yeah, because you know. Cameron was like, you know, there's certain shit you do, you can only do around them white people. You know good and damn well I'm not about to sit here and put up with this. And that's the problem with Kanye for real. That's the real problem I think that Kanye is facing, is that he's surrounded by people who's going to even put up with what he's doing. Like, no real like, these are fake people. Kanye's surrounded by bots. These are bots. No real person is seeing the stuff that he's doing and putting up with it. Like, nigga, are you crazy? Are you okay? I think the other disease that he's going through is also an extreme bout of narcissism, where it's like, he's clearly a narcissist and like, sorry guys, I'm walking by this race. I'm at the end portion though, so everyone kind of slow. So
to see the nigga Kanye or whatever. His office in Beverly Hills at one time was a cave. It's just fire in there. It's just mad. What the fuck is with me, man? I don't know who's with me. It's just like 4 fires. It's like a 15,000 square foot. It's not an office. It's like a warehouse, and it's just fire going. And you know, you acting crazy when nigga, not crazy, but like weird. Like Marilyn Manson was there, and a bunch of people. I got the picture. It's like, I'm in a picture of me, Marilyn Manson.
Need to see that picture.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson he had a makeup on. He's fat now and shit. No disrespect, Marilyn, but you gain weight from the shit. And it's like, yo. So you know, I know the nigga. I'm like, what are you doing?
I hope you ain't in here.
And then they serving dinner on the shit about as big as this desk here, but the portions literally. So he see me.
He's in medieval times.
He see me. You know how you can't play these games with a nigga. You know, like, oh shit, Cam, what's up? I'm looking at this nigga like, what the fuck is going on here, man? So he's like, yo, no, man, you know, he don't see me in there because it's dark. So you see how he's talking to other people like, man, this world is crazy and this, and we got to get this shit together. So I'm just looking at him from a distance like,
you wait for him to snap.
and he see me like, oh shit, what's up, my nigga? Yo, what you got going on there, man? Oh, nah, nigga, this my little shit, we be vibing in here and all that. Yo, cut this shit, man. Where the lights at? And I don't want to eat. You hungry? I can go get full off this shit. Yo, this is my masseuse over here. She travels with me. You can take her. I don't want your masseuse. What are we doing in here, my nigga? Why is it so dark? So when you talk about Aaron Rodgers.
That was an interesting story. I'm just going to add real quick.
Yeah, you know why that's interesting to you? Because I seen you in one of them dumbass rooms with Kanye going for that bullshit he was telling you. Talking about, yo, we got to do this. And it got to be like this. And all the people around the world.
That on all black.
And Stab was like, I'm like,
That was not my reaction, but
I see you in one of them dumbass rooms. I'm like, I'm let her live her early 20 life, man. Going for this nonsense.
You guys are amazing too. You guys are amazing too. Sarah! Go get it, babe! Woo! You too.
Oh, this is fun. They got the people in the line supporting the racers and cheering for them. This one mom just cheering for her daughter. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But see, the day I'm in a race, everybody better show up. I better have the whole hood out. I want everybody standing on the side, talking about some woo. It was so fun though. I love stuff like that. Like I love like positive energy, like fun, good stuff, like this kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like where it's like, you know, everyone's having a good time and smiling, and the whole thing that they're doing is running. It's like that's good for you, like it's healthy and stuff. So I like that. But back to where I was. Yes, I feel like what's his problem is that he's suffering from an extreme bout of narcissism, and we've clearly seen what that looks like at this level. And it's like especially with like this level of like control and power that you have over people. It's like this is what it looks like. And everybody online has been talking about some, oh my God, poor Kim, poor Kim. And I'm like, absolutely poor Kim, because I've been saying this of like, when it comes to the whole divorce situation, I think like completely Kim is not wrong, because it's like we've seen for years, we didn't see the behind the scenes yet of what he was actually like towards the end of the divorce.
As a person that used to love Kanye, and I used to argue people down about how he was just misunderstood and y'all just don't get it, y'all taking it out of context, I used to sound just like the MAGA people be sounding about Trump. But I say all of this to say y'all will never gaslight me into believing that Kim Kardashian was a bad wife to him and that she's the reason that he ended up the way that he is now. I don't think Kanye ever had good intentions for Kim Kardashian. I feel like he became so fixated on her beauty and the status that she was able to obtain without having a talent per se, and I feel like he got with her because he wanted to control and belittle her. And once she wasn't letting that happen no more, that's when he really started airing out shit. I feel like she could have been exposed Kanye for who he truly is a long time ago, but she always kept it quiet about him. Like we have never really seen her bash him in the public, tarnish her name or nothing. We can go pull up countless tweets, interviews of Kanye just shitting on Kim. And I would never forget the moment that it really clicked to me. I remember he was spazzing out on Twitter for days at a time. This is like the first time we had really seen him be like public with his mental health breakdowns or whatever. And I think he was in Wyoming. Kim had went to go visit him, and I remember the paparazzi had took a picture of them in the car. You could tell that Kanye West was going off on Kim, and she was just sitting there crying. She looked so defeated. That moment right there just summed up their whole entire relationship. By that point, you could just tell that he had become a totally different person than the person that she married or that she thought she married, and she was defeated. There's no telling what that girl was going through in that marriage. Just look at how he was talking to her mama.
Now we have confirmation, but even after / mid the divorce, Kanye was constantly talking mess about them. Kanye was constantly like dragging her name under the mud. Kanye was constantly trying to find different ways to make her life as difficult as possible. Whereas on the other hand, we never, not once, seen Kim say a bad thing about this man. Every single time they asked her about Kanye, she would just be like, you know, Kanye suffers a lot, like he goes through a lot because he's like an extremely smart and creative genius. Like he has a lot going on in his brain, so it makes it very hard for him to like function in certain aspects. Like he's actually not like, you know, bad. It's just that he just goes through a lot and stuff like that. She always was making excuses for him. And it was just kind of like a thing where she always was defending him. She was always making up different little things of like why we shouldn't judge him and why he needed to have grace. And I'm just watching him treat her the way he was treating her even behind the scenes, let alone.
You put yourself and your family and they are being murdered. Okay, well, go home. Go home. No, I will protect you with my life. I'm not doing that. It ain't about my life. It's calling on my life.
But at some point, it's a reality that people say no. People say no to me on a daily basis, and I don't just start screaming and throwing a tantrum. That's just not normal.
That's my personality.
But your personality was not like this a few years ago.
What do you mean? I used to scream backstage. This tape used to be like scream backstage.
In public, where I had already been like, no, this nigga's fucked up. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but you not so. Regardless of how much beef you guys have in your personal marriage, you are never supposed to publicly disgrace your wife in this way, where you're gonna be like talking about her and other people are having an opportunity to hear certain things that she clearly wants private. What's wrong with you? Why would you say that publicly? We don't need to know. It's okay. It's like, no one really likes Kim that much, but it's like, even she deserves that level of simple, like, human decency. Like, what's good with y'all? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you marry someone, like a whole ass marriage. Like, there's a certain level of trust and privacy and behind the scenes of your lifestyle that you allow that person to see, that if it wasn't for that marriage, you would never let anyone else know or see. So it's like you're disrupting the sanctity of marriage. And even mid the marriage, you were always kind of like publicly shaming her and publicly doing all these types of things to her, where it was kind of like, even then she was kind of putting up with a lot, where now you're like still doing it to the point where that's why she had to get rid of you, because you have serious problems. You have serious problems. Like, no person should be subject to having to deal with what Kanye's doing. And I seen this clip that's been going around lately of like, there was this one day that Kanye had been invited to SNL. He had been invited to SNL, and at the end of SNL, he started going in on the SNL cast. He was like, SNL is trying to bully me, and they try to tell me that I can't, wear this hat or da-da-da-da. He was just trying to go in. And then when he gets backstage, one of the cast members, Michael Che, who is like a black man, comes up to Kanye, and he's like, why would you do that?
No, I wasn't calling. I said that about Leslie coming back and they wanted to do that. I'm the black comedian that made a joke about comedy. That's fucked up. Why would you do that to me? Oh man, I love you though, bro. I was talking about. I love you too. I'm a fan. Why would you do that to me? I wasn't doing it to kid. Yeah. I work here. Like, come on, man. Like, we treat everybody that come in like family, and you gonna sell us out? Like, that's fucked up, man. We look up to you. We love you. Why? What you got against us? I mean, I do have some things against SNL. That's cool, but I mean, airing it out like that without letting us be able to reply is kind of foul. You wait till the last song, and then say that foul shit to us, and we brought you in here for. Let's talk about the way you like it. But I'm not cool though. I get it. Yo, you're a hero to us, man. We love you. Like, seriously, we love you, man. It's like, that's wrong to do to us, man.
I don't think I ever heard Kanye as quiet as he was when Michael Che checked his ass. That man was silent. I'm talking about pin drop quiet. That man stood there and was he was stumbling over his words. Kanye West has like a new documentary called In Whose Name, and it's like showing him how he interacted with Kim's family and how he misbehaved on SNL. So this man went on stage at SNL right before that. He was being all cool with everybody in the back. Like, Kanye, you could tell like he was coddled. His mama treated him like a brat his whole life. He acts out like a brat. Like he feels like he can just say whatever without consequences. You know what I'm saying? But when people confront him face to face, he don't have nothing to say because he really didn't have shit to say when Michael Che confronted him. This man decides on his last song when he's performing on stage that he's going to call out the crew of SNL saying they was laughing at me and bullying me in the back because I wanted to wear this hat. Michael Che was not playing when he got him to the back. He was like, yo, bro, that was fake.
Like, how do you sit up here? We done told you we love you. We told you we look up to you. We love your music. And for you to get out there and say that shit, and we can't even defend ourselves. We can't even, like, smooth things over and try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell our side of the story. And Kanye was just standing there like, well, I mean, I do got something against SNL. And he was like, bro, that's beside the point. For you to sit there and wait till your last song, we thinking everything all good, and you pull that shit. Then Kanye tells Michael Che, we can start our own shit. What? Like, you are really missing the mark, bro. Really missing the mark. Michael Che was saying on business. He was not scared of Kanye. Kanye was the quietest Kanye I have ever seen in my life. That lets me know that man ain't really about the shit he be talking.
Sorry, I'm laughing, but he didn't laugh. He was dead serious, bro. He looked at Kanye. He was towering over him. Big black man. And Kanye not used to that. He surrounds himself by white bots so that he doesn't have to hear the truth. So he towers over him. He goes to him, why would you do that? That's messed up, man. Why would you do that? You gonna wait to the end of the show and then do all that to the last song and then say all these bad stuff about us in a way where we don't even have an opportunity to respond. We can't even defend ourselves. Why would you do that? Like, that's messed up, for real. Kanye's sitting there like a little ass kid that he is. He's a child. He's sitting there, I mean, I do like kind of have a problem with SNL, but like like he just is all quiet and shivering and stuff like that. I'm like, nigga, you pussy, bro. Like, if you, like, when he's standing on stage and he knows no one's gonna do anything to him, he's yelling. He's like, and they trying to bully me, and he acting all tough. Like, you know how Kanye gets real tough, or like,
My mama, on my family, on my kids that they trying to sexualize, I write whatever the fuck I want, when I want. It's fucking words. They're killing us with McDonald's. They're killing our ability to think outside of the fucking box. I'm writing that shit. I'm wearing that shit. I'm wearing my fucking red hat. I'm saying Jesus. I'm saying pro-life. Black.
The controversy has been growing ever since Kanye wore a White Lives Matter shirt to his fashion show in Paris. But now a backlash over Kanye's weekend of anti-Semitic.
And I used to tell producers, I used to tell thugs in Chicago who wanted to beat me up for beats, I ain't giving you this beat. You gotta pay for it. What happened to all that? What happened to all that? Been in the fashion world too long. Been around Jean-Pierre and too long. Virgil over there putting up with this shit. And then I remember that Kanye was saying that Louis Vuitton, LVMH, Francois Arnault, like the head CEO or whatever, is the one that gave Virgil cancer. I'm like, if he was dealing with you like this, you did it. It was you, Kanye. You gave that nigga cancer. Putting up with you, I don't know how everybody don't have it. That's the fool. Like, Kanye is a disease. I do, on the other hand, though, slightly feel bad for him / hear it when they do have that argument that,
you know, so many artists have been depowered by the concept of money and possessions. They lose their voice, you know, out of fear of losing possessions, when the greatest thing they have is their voice. And music is where a revolution can happen. Music is the place where two different lunch tables can sit together, where all stereotypes can be broken. Because at the end of the day, if the people dance, it has a chance. Simple as that. I think that I definitely have an attitude. An attitude that's fighting for freedom. I mean, my parents are activists. So if I get a chance, I'm gonna activate.
Yeezy season approaching, fuck whatever y'all been here. Fuck whatever y'all been here. The monster about to come alive again. Soon as I pull up in Parker Bean, we get the vision like Parker scene. Take my number and lock it in. Indian ain't no moccasin. There's too many hoes in this house to see. Me and nigga back in the house again. Black team fall on the couch again. Black team calling his spouse again. And I know she like chocolate. She got more niggas off than cotton rare. On sight.
they do have that argument that he had been taken into, you know, mental hospitals, and they had done like some sort of something to his brain that really messed him up and stuff like that. I do feel like what we're watching of him, although is a bout of narcissism, that level of unhingedness in his narcissist, because the thing is with narcissists is they express it in a lot of different ways, you know. There is such thing as a tame narcissist who in a way would never allow themselves to become this level of unhinged as to seem better than, you know what I'm trying to say? as to seem like, oh yeah, I would never let you get me to that place, you know? But then you have this version where it's like, it is narcissism in the rhetoric of thinking like we should all just, you know, bow down to you and be subject to your abuse at whatever level that you give it to us. Like we should just all take it. But then it's mixed with a lot of other things. Like somebody was saying he has oppositional defiance disorder.
Daft had the drums, and then I just took the record and I just started. Both this song, I Am a God, and this song were made after Hedy Semaine didn't let me into his first St. Laurent show. But it wasn't that he wanted me to go, but he just told me I couldn't go to any other shows.
Right.
So, and I was like, wait a second. I can't go. You're not telling no editor they can't go to any shows.
Yeah.
I'm not your boy.
Yeah.
You could control me in some way. So I made, off of that, I went into the studio with the producers that made the music for his show.
Right.
And made I Am a God
Yeah.
and Black Skinhead.
And that was your reaction to that situation.
That was my
Again,
reaction.
That was the aspect of frustration you talked about that you poured into this record.
Yes.
Yeah, right on.
Somebody said online that when he's expressing his oppositional defiance disorder, because in part of the documentary, he was like, yeah, whenever somebody tells me what to do, it feels like they're touching my brain. Like imagine somebody cut your skull open and they try to touch your raw brain. Like that's how it feels when they be trying to tell me what to do. Stop trying to tell me what to do. And I'm like, ooh, okay, so we got a mixture of things, because this seems like BPD too, where you either completely love somebody or you completely hate somebody. It's like, and then we know he has bipolar too. I'm like, nah, this nigga is in a mental psychosis. Like there's something wrong deeply. But then you could say that he needs like some sort of mental evaluation, or he needs people to take care of him and stuff like that. But it's like, I feel as though that in itself of like that level of like mental watch or a mental institution or something like that is what traumatized him in the first place. Like them having to, you know, lock him up for his own safety. Because he was yelling at Chris about that. He's like, so you admit that you had bad outcomes on my mental health. But it's like, if you're standing around as a grown man, screaming about Band-Aids, yelling at people in a way where you seem dangerous, like you could become... Yes, sir, okay. You could become unhinged at any point. What choice do they have but to lock you up? It seems like it's like a thing where you don't know what to do. You're like, okay, if we do lock him up and...
People like Kanye West who are bipolar and don't decide to take their medicine are literally a threat, like a danger to other people. Like, I kid you not. I had an uncle with the same thing, and he done tried to kill like 3 people. Like, he went out, gouging people's eyes out and everything. I promise you, like, God honors the truth. Like, they need to take their medicine. If they don't want to take their medicine, they need to go to a loony bin or some type of psych ward until they get on their medicine. And I don't know what symptom it is, but it's like everybody with bipolar, they be running for that medicine. Like, oh, I don't want to take my medicine. No, you have to take your medicine. What do you mean?
Now that I'm seeing the behind the scenes too, I understand what a rock and a hard place that they were in of what to do with him, because it's a thing where I've seen situations where people have like had like a mental break and they become super dangerous because that has to be starting to threaten people. Like they become this scary version of themselves where you don't know what they're gonna do. Where they're like, oh, these people are after me. They're trying to get me. I'm going to kill this person. This person wants me dead. This person tried to poison me. And that person is like someone they love. Like that person is someone who's like their ride or die and would never do anything to them. And they're all of a sudden, because they're in this mental place where they've broken down mentally, they like have like deluded themselves into thinking like that every single person is potentially going to try to do something to them. Even the people that are like closest to, especially the people closest to them. So it comes a thing where you're like literally even scared to have your guard down around them, where they could potentially be in a mental place where they suddenly do something you never expected of them, you know? So you're stuck in this rock and hard place where it's like, this is somebody I love, and I know that if I like put them in some sort of mental institution, or if I, you know, do some sort of, you know, intervening with them, they're gonna consider it betrayal and they're gonna consider it proof that they were right all along. when it's like the reason that they're doing it is because you've been doing this all along, right? Like that's the real reason they're doing it. But you're taking it as proof as to everything you said was correct. You know what I'm trying to say? And then on the other hand of things, you're scared that if you don't intervene and you leave them and you just keep, trying to just be supportive and, reassure them and be kind with them, that you're potentially leaving not just yourself up for danger, their own selves in for danger, and other people who are innocent for danger. Because they'll be threatening people who are like, out in public and stuff like that. Like, oh, this person, da-da-da. And you're like, oh my God, if they go and do something to somebody, I'm going to feel responsible. Like if I hadn't intervened earlier, then I could have potentially helped or saved them. But because I was trying to not be, betray them and stuff like that and try to give them the benefit of the doubt, now I feel responsible for somebody else's, potential harm that they did. So it really is a thing. It really is like a hard situation to be in, It really is. Like, I really feel for the family of like, now that I'm actually seeing it, of like, what do you do with someone like this? How do you react? Like, how do you,
One from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if we were to go online, that's 50% of what people say at least. Or maybe, am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter!
Are you yelling that you just said,
I have to finish the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way
And you can't even sit around and be like, this is on them. Because also Kanye picked them. You know what I'm trying to say? And only they would be the one who sit around and give them the level of grace that they gave him. Because did you see his cousin? There was a clip of his cousin was with them. He was like, but you're putting your whole family in a dangerous situation where you could get them killed if you do that. And he's like, then leave. And she's like, I'm not going to leave because I swore to protect you with my life. And I'm like, damn, that's so hard. Oh, it's the Incredibles riding by, coming to save the day. No, literally the Incredibles just rode past me, guys. It's crazy. I don't know. My life is just insane like that. But, no, but it's just like a thing where it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Oh yeah, she was like, yeah, because I promised to protect you with my life. And she's yelling back and forth with him at least. Him, oh my God, she was checked out. She was just in this place where her eyes was glazed over. She just couldn't even believe she was in the situation she was in. She just was kind of on this thing of like, she's tried so hard and she's done so much to kind of like prove that, she loves him and that she wouldn't, that she's trying to take care of him and stuff like that. And she just doesn't know what else to do. She's like, there's nothing left like that I can do to prove to this nigga. He just wants to hate me. I can't like make someone who already decided they hate me love me, And then she's crying and stuff, and then he suddenly calms down again. And I'm like, damn, the extremeness too of him being turned up and then calm again. Like the way he acts when he's calm, he acts like a damn monk when he finally gets calm, as though he's never done anything wrong in his life. Like a little kid, like.
You put on yourself and your family and they were being murdered. Okay, well, go home. Go home. No, I will protect you with my life. I'm not doing that.
It ain't about my life. It's calling on my life.
But at some point, it's a reality that people
People say no. People say no to me on a daily basis, and I don't just start screaming and throwing a tantrum. That's just not normal.
That's my personality.
But your personality was not like this a few years ago.
What do you mean? I used to scream backstage. This tapes to me
But
like
it
scream
was
backstage.
very far and few in between. It was not on a daily, every single conversation.
He literally, you know, like when the little kid does badass shit and then they come and they hug you and kiss you and say they love you and stuff like that. You're like, oh, kids, like, this is why we keep them around. Like, kids are manipulative. Like, they'll do one little thing. They'll come and be like, I love you. Da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, why are they so cute? Like, they be doing little cute stuff like that make you remember why you haven't put a pillow. No, I'm kidding. Let me, astaghfirullah. No, but kids do be having the cutest moments, you know? They just do a little thing one day and you're just like, oh my God, they're worth it. But then sometimes they act like little terrors, little Tasmanian devils. And Kanye's like that, where all of a sudden he's like, goes monk mode. And he's like, so how do you feel about this though? I don't know, like I'm not trying to do this, but I just feel like we should da 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 da. And you're like, wait, what the hell just happened? Because then he started saying like to Kim, like, but why are you upset? Like this, that, and third, like as if he hadn't been screaming, shouting, jumping up and down 10 seconds ago. He's like, why are you upset? And she's like, but you didn't used to be like this. He's like, yes, I used to yell. I used to be like, you know, real, like, you know, control freak and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, but like sometimes it wasn't like so constant as before. I'm like, that was the bait and switch, bitch. You should have never, you should have never fell for it. Like, yes, like he was just waiting to get comfortable. So now he feels like you guys are so intertwined with him that there's nowhere you could go, where your loyalty to him is too high for where you'll excuse any behavior, you know? That's how kids are too. That's what I'm saying. It's like once they got you locked in, then they start thinking they run the show, you know? So it's like he was like on the thing where it's like he was already crazy before. He was just waiting to let out the rest of the crazy. The first time Kanye ever yelled at her, she should have divorced him, in my opinion. My opinion is that this behavior had been enabled for too long, you know? But now you look back at like messages where people were threatening him that he posted online. It's like, see, they said they're going to do this to me. They said they're going to do that. And I'm like, but were you acting like this?
Kanye, when somebody bring up his name to you, what's your first thoughts?
Kanye, he play crazy with who he want to play crazy with. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that nigga crazy when it's convenient.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that, bro.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's beneficial.
Shit.
Facts.
Every time I see Kanye, I've seen Kanye about a year and a half, 2 years, about a year and a half ago. Was saying as a what's up, Cam? Yo, what's up, man? Need some beats? I'm like, yeah, fuck around, man. Yo, all right, cool, man. I was like, yo, I might fuck around with you tonight. You going to Telly? Like, just going to Telly and Vibe. I was paused. I was like talking about beats. I'm like, all right, cool. 2 days later, nigga going crazy on the news and all type of shit. Every time I see Kanye, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And he be saying some true shit sometimes too. Just be off the wall.
I mean, I've never seen a crazy Kanye personally, ever.
Because if so, yes, you're dangerous, especially somebody with such a following and you know is in a mental psychosis. It's like you're scared he's going to push on something that doesn't make sense. You could push on rhetorics that like could lead to dangerous things for people. You're dangerous. What are you not understanding? They have to show you that they're dangerous too. You can't just be throwing threats at people and not expect them to threaten you right back. But we don't know the behind the scenes and stuff like that too. But at the end of the day, Kanye always kind of been somebody who's unhinged. Like getting on TV, climbing on stage, like just always thinking that the rules don't apply to him and stuff like that.
I have a contract. I dropped the album by the 14th. Then I'm out of my deal with Universal. But if I don't drop it by the 14th, I'm not out of the deal with Universal. Let's play Off the Grid. We have to get into that. Don't worry. You worry. I mean, fix. Don't worry. All right, go off. Play Off the Grid. Yeah. Do y'all think that's motherfucking funny when I be myself and y'all motherfucker be chuckling and shit? It ain't no motherfucking game, man. It's like 8 hours left of this shit. Y'all taking away I give instructions? My motherfucking condition is a fucking joke? Like, I don't want to hear no fucking chuckling, no ah-da-da-da. Look at him. Look at him. Look at how he acts. Look at how that fucking genius acts. Look at how that most influential artist of 20 motherfucking years acts. Look at how the most important artist in human history acts. Is that a motherfucking game, man? No fucking chuckling and nothing, no kind of West. All right, play Off the Grid. I like this version.
So it's kind of like to mix a person with that type of temperament with a person who is mentally unstable is very like crazy. I feel like Kanye needs to be subjected to like a plot of land and a house, like a very tranquil and peaceful house where he's rarely visited. 1 or 2 people are allowed to come visit him. A psychologist and a mental health support animal. And he just needs to stay out there. He talks to people through the phone and stuff like that, but he's subject to that. Because it's just like, you can't be around people and be like this. And I'm like, damn, have you done all this around North St. No wonder now I'm looking back to him complaining that Kim won't let him see Shy and Psalm. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah, the best thing about being an artist is just like, and being bipolar is anything you do and say is an art piece. There's thoughts, feelings, human emotions that artists have to express out loud to really push and make room for all of us. We all have said things that can be used against us, but no weapon formed against us shall prosper. You know, when people push me to a limit of getting so frustrated and I want to kill this person, I want to kill myself, whatever, it's actually pushing and making me stronger. I've suffered so much trauma. The fact that I'm still here and still breathing right now, just another day, every day is a blessing. Every day is a blessing to be alive. Every day is a blessing to be free, mentally free, spiritually free, and freeing up more and more and more. It's all a blessing.
It's because the other ones are older, so it's like they maybe probably remember him when he used to be normal. So she kind of feels like a thing where she has to let them see him because they know what he used to be like. So even if he does act crazy, they still have a love for him in a way where they can remember before, you know, he's going through stuff now. So it's kind of like they can maybe have empathy for him in a different way. Whereas the little ones, they don't know this. They don't know how to, you know, deal with those types of emotions. If you do that around little ass kids, like, you're going to scar them for life. She's probably genuinely scared. What the hell are you going to do around Shy and Psalm? They're itty bitty. And if you've seen how Shy and Psalm act, like, they're such innocent ass little kids. Like, they're always like, Mommy, hi, look at us. We're drawing a picture. Like, they're little. They're Peppa Pig type. Like, Mommy, can I have a bottle of water? Like, they're that. Like, they're Bluey type age. We're going to the park today with Daddy. Like, they can't deal with that. You can't be yelling at them like that, or they can't watch you yell at somebody else like that. They literally, their little tiny brains would explode. Kim is saving their lives. Because before it did seem like, damn Kim, like let him see the kids. But it's like, you are the kid. Look at yourself in the mirror and you'll see them. It's enough. That is enough. Oh my God, be careful. Don't marry a narcissist.
The Kardashians didn't fuck Kanye West up, and this is coming from someone who wrote their final speech for their public speaking class in freshman year of college about how Kanye was merely misunderstood. I now know that because I've got my whole frontal lobe now to not be true. That man is not solely misunderstood. He is mentally ill, and he is causing pain and trauma onto others with his behavior, right? Kim did not do that to him. And watching that video of him yelling at Chris, and knowing that that family has not come out publicly and ever really gotten to the nitty gritty of how much of a fucking fool that man was over there acting, and in many cases actually protected him to the extent that they could, it's really fucking disgusting to watch. I think that y'all need to stop with this creative genius shit and start enabling people to go get some fucking help instead of enabling them to continue on the path of self-destruction. Y'all cannot really be, because I am no longer a Kanye fan, but y'all cannot really love this man or respect this man as much as y'all claim by enabling him. Remember when he was fucking running for president and he told the whole world he wanted to get rid of North? He's also a father. He also revealed where his children actually go to school. Y'all have to be a little bit more fucking serious here. It's actually pretty fucking disgusting, the lengths to which you will go to enable someone who, yes, is mentally ill, but is also an abuser to many fucking people. Like, get it together.
Too much media.
Welcome to Too Much Media.
Too much media.
Too much. Have fun.
Too much media.